If you don't know what this is, if you didn't see it last week, what I do is I go on here, I see a couple stories that might be interesting, I click them up, I make little windows, but I don't read them until the camera's on, and we react together as one, as two people who love each other, who can't be stopped in the future. I need a hero, Footloose, on a tractor. Let's go. On ShockTillyDrop.com, John Carpenter's Halloween to return to U.S. theaters this October. Don't you guys hate it when a movie, like an old school movie, comes to your theater and you're like, oh my god, I'm definitely gonna go see it, and then you don't go see it, and then you get mad. And I did this last year. I missed Halloween. I've never seen it on the big screen, so this is good. The first and best Halloween film returns to theaters. No shit, Sherlock. No, Halloween Resurrection with the band. What's that you say, horror fan? You worship the druid shrine of John Carpenter's landmark 1978 body count classic Halloween, and yet you say you've never ever seen it on the big screen. I just said that! Wow! Well, brother, sister, other, no need to get bent out of shape. That was clever. I like this writer. John Carpenter's original Halloween back to the cinemas for a special one-night event. Make plans this time, Mike! To your future self! Complete with a new pre-show introduction video by Carpenter himself. My question to that is, are you guys gonna go see it? And what's your favorite old school movie that you've seen in the cinema on the big screen? For me, it was The Exorcist. That shit is crazy AF in the theater. That means as fuck. Next story, Ghostbusters. A source of most of my crying late at night in my bedroom lately. Ghostbusters news stories. Ghostbusters animated movie in development at Sony. This could be good. Is it about the Ghostbusters that we like, or Paul Feige's gimmick Ghostbusters? Let's read on to find out. The mysterious saga of the Ghostbusters franchise continues. Paul Feig is currently underway on his gender-bending Ghostbusters reboot gimmick. There were rumors that Sony was developing a second Ghostbusters movie in the hopes of landing Channing Tatum and Chris Pratt, which would have been fucking awesome if you mix those guys with a couple of, with Kristen Wiig and another funny girl. Boom! You don't have to do a gimmick. You have one movie that's really fucking good that, yeah. But Ivan Reitman was quick to pull back those comments, saying there was only one new Ghostbusters movie and the rest is just noise. Now, The Wrap reports that Sony is looking to expand their franchise in another direction with a Ghostbusters animated movie with Reitman himself producing. This is on Collider.com, by the way. Like the beloved 1984 film and 1986 Ghostbusters cartoon, the animated action comedy will follow a group of scientists that team up to fend off ghosts and ghouls invading Manhattan with the help of gizmos and gadgetry. So the article doesn't say whether or not it's going to be about the original Ghostbusters or about the, Lady Ghostbusters. The animated series for the Ghostbusters was kick-ass. It's awesome. I know Jay has like the complete badass like collector's edition set of those DVDs and all those seasons, but that show before was awesome. But are they going to make it about Paul Feige's Ghostbusters? Because if so, continue my non-interest. David Cronenberg explains why he turned down True Detective. As you may not have heard, TV is where it's at the moment. Storytelling is forced on the small screen. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. The Videodrome director reveals that he was offered the chance to direct the first episode of True Detective Season 2, which disappointed everyone. But he turned it down for a pretty solid reason. Quotations. The heat is in TV. Last year I was approached to direct the first episode of the second season of True Detective. I considered it, but I thought that the script was bad, so I didn't do it. In TV, the director is just a traffic cop. But on the other hand, it is work, and there's a lot of it. Damn, throw down the gauntlet. Not only did he just call someone's script trash, but he also said that anybody, that directors for TV shows are basically traffic controllers. Sort of a dick move, but at least we know for a fact that David Cronenberg can sometimes definitely tell a bad script from a good one, because that was a bad script. I liked it. I liked the actors. I liked watching it, but damn, did that go fucking nowhere. Ugh. The Fly! HBO eyeing Watchmen TV series from Zack Snyder. Here's the fat of it here. Snyder has been meeting with HBO to talk about a Watchmen TV series. Our sources tell us that the meetings about adapting the DC Comics property have taken place, but unfortunately we don't have any details as to whether it be a prequel series or reimagining the story itself or a sequel series. So, all I know, Zack Snyder producing a Watchmen series for HBO. It's four cornerstones of goodness. I think a TV show, if you took those characters or you did a prequel, I think Zack Snyder doing anything in that universe is going to be good. And you include HBO where he can get naked and have some tatties. That's a recipe for awesome shit, so I really hope it happens. What do you guys think about that? And Man of Steel 2. This is going to be disappointing for me. George Miller will not direct Man of Steel 2. Fuck you, Clark. He's outside the ropes! George Miller will not be directing Man of Steel 2. Recent rumors of Mad Max Fury Road's George Miller directing Man of Steel 2 sent DC fandom into a frenzy, but according to the man himself, it doesn't look like he'll be taking flight with Superman. Clever wordplay. Not. Speaking to Digital Spy for the Blu-ray and DVD release of Fury Road, Miller admitted that he'd had conversations with Warner Brothers about directing a DC movie, but the likelihood of it happening is slim. That means there's hope, if you ask me. So you're saying there's a chance? I like it. I like it a lot. That tells me chances are slim. Does it mean it's not going to happen? No, says I. It does not. I hope the next film I make is very small film. Why am I reading it like that? I hope the next film I make. And on CinemaBlend.com we have the final article of the day. Daniel Craig may play James Bond longer than many thought. He says, quote, I found the quote quickly here, "It's getting harder. But such is life. I'll keep going as long as I'm physically able. I'm contracted for one more, but I'm not going to make predictions." So, using some of the words we used in the last video, he's tired of people stealing from his gooch. Wait, probably not actually going to play too many more, because as he said, he's getting old and it's getting harder. But I think Spectre's getting ready to come out, and a lot of the James Bond news coming out is already talking about who's going to play him next. Is it going to be Hugh Jackman? Is it going to be Tom Hardy? Is it going to be Tom Hiddleston? Who's it going to be? And I think he's like, dude, I got another one after this. These movies take like years to make. Shut the fuck up and let me do my thing. Of course, he didn't say the next one was even guaranteed, because he said if they want to go another direction, he would understand. But yeah, I don't think he's actually going to sign on to do many more James Bonds. I think that's a lot for anybody to do. But I do think that it's a clever play by Daniel Craig to be like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shh. What do you guys think about the movie news today? What do you think about James Bond, about Daniel Craig? Do you want to see him play more movies? Are you ready for him to step out of the beach shirtless and walk away from the franchise? Or what do you guys want to see? Comment below on all the news stories today. Until next time, I love your faces. Please comment down below. Say anything you want to. I'd like to just know how you're doing today. Until next time, I'm Mike. We watched a movie. Follow us on Twitter at We Watched a Movie, and click that subscribe button to get some wham up in you.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.